Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Buckeyes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll run the option. He couldn't get it to the corner as this defense opening things up with a big play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Sellers. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
How about the linebacker breaking on the football, seeing the quarterback, the ball comes out, he moves right to where the ball's going, nice anticipation, and swats the ball to the ground.
And the Gamecocks are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Finds his man on the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Trying to beat him to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Pocket breaking down. Gets rid of it. That's reeled in, it's Tate. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
You got to love that on defense. One of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. this drive comes from the 32. Now on the move. Gurney on the Jets. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody open downfield, and he just decided to take off.
The Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Keeps it on the bootleg. Floats it out in space. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. And the Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Looking left. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The run to the left. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
Back to throw, it's Sayin. Going for the big play. Pulls it in down the sideline. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. And you know the line they kick around at Ohio State, Woody Hayes, forward pass, 2 of the 3 things that can happen are bad. Woody had dudes like this, he'd be spinning that magic bean all over this place.
You ain't lying. My, how times have changed. Now it is pass, pass, pass. Find explosive playmakers like this on the outside. Get them the football.
That last big play has them in position to threaten here, 1st and 10 from the 37. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job of containing by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. That's exactly what happened.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Smith. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Running to the left. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive, attack, come downhill, go get the running back, get him on the ground.
The Buckeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Ohio State. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Finding an escape route. Got the first down and more. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Check. White 94 slider choice. White 94 slider choice.
Hand off from the shotgun. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking for a man, it's Sellers. Snagged in the middle, it's Bennett. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Motion from the back. Wants to go up top on first down. They go to the wide receiver screen. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Back to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw again. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
So now it's 2nd and long. Gives it on the option. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
And the Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands it's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that 1st down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
The Gamecocks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Rides the back on the option. The give. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll try the counter. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Here on 3rd down for this offense. This is a designed run. Not enough space. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
And the Gamecocks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They want to run this quarterback. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Looking for just 1 more yard. Sneak gets it done.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
The Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Keep it on the ground. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
That's a really nice run right there. And one of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
And the Buckeyes pick up the first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Quickly to the tight end. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got...
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
I love defenses that make big plays, that understand what they're trying to get from the offense, understand how to attack it, jump some of these routes, make these interceptions. And then not only that, when you get the football, try to do something with it. Don't slide down. Don't take a knee. Try to bring that thing back to the house. You set your offense up for great field position.
Rides the back and leaves it. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, offense is penalized. Line getting set on 2nd down. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th. You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Peoples. Shakes off the defender. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Motion from the wideout. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. The screen, he can go. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Now adjusting. Looking down the left side. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Here's the pressure. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. Handoff from the gun. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
That is exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this 2nd half.
And the extra point was good. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Harbor. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And with time running out here in the 1st half, this offense will choose to take a knee. No tricks here. Looks as if they'll just run it out and take that lead into halftime. So the 1st half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. The Gamecocks will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. QB draw. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand, now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read, the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. Hard running there. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give them a little crease, you can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. He'll get this drive started from the 29. Give to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones. D linemen staying in their gaps. Linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Swings it out to his running back. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Smith. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
And the Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. A design run for the quarterback. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Clock ticks under the 4-minute mark here in the third quarter. Looking to pass, it's Sellers. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. They'll run the option. And the ball squirted out. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up with an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Sends it back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Peoples. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams Brice alive on 3rd down. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Pulls it in, it's Tate. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Gives it on the option. Look out, he's got room. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Big 3rd down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Makes the catch. The Buckeyes get enough to move the chains. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Peoples. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Here they're trying to get it to the edge. Touchdown, Ohio State. And that one will give them the lead.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So they marched the ball 41 yards on that drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Harbor. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback keeps it. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Second down coming up.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Takes the easy completion. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
South Carolina, 17.
So we open the final period with a 3rd down play.
Here we go.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That's a bad decision by the quarterback. In that area of the field, you have got to be careful. If the guy's not wide open, you've got to throw that football away, because not only are you getting it picked off, but he's returning it now down close to your goal line and setting his offense up in great field position.
And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Great job by the back on the option.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
28, South Carolina, 17.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
The Gamecocks get the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
And the Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Back to throw, it's Sellers. The screen, he's got wheels. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
On third down, he drops to throw. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
The Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Quarterback on the keeper. And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up.
And these read options are so hard to diagnose, just like right there. He picks up a little chunk of yards, not a big chunk, but it's so easy when you run the read options.
Why is that? Why is it easy?
Because if you want to play fast to the football, well then fine, I'm going to pull the ball right now and to use your aggressiveness against you. But if you want to sit back, then fine, I'm going to give the ball right now and get a little chunk of yards.
Fires to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. He'll try to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Look, big-time playmakers make big plays in big games. That guy needed to make that interception at this critical juncture of the game. There's still time for them to go out and win it. Could that be the play that sparks this team?
And how about this? You get to start a drive with a 1st and goal. Calls his own number. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, one of the reasons this offense likes the option game with the quarterback is to use his speed and try to attack the perimeter of the field. The defense, though, not having any of it. You saw the containing on the play, forcing him back in the middle of the field, and they're able to corral him for a huge loss.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. This quarterback part of their running game.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
A 4th quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on 4th and goal. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. Hold and fire complete. Open space at the 25. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Buckeyes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wide receiver going in motion. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Ohio State.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on 3rd down here. Scanning the field, it's St. Clair. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
This offense hasn't had a ton of success today. It's because I think of some of the issues in the passing game. They've never had the rhythm. Protection has been a bit spotty and iffy. Quarterback's got to raise his level of play here late in this 2-minute situation if they're going to get the win.
Got it in the middle. It's Smith. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35. after the 10-yard gain. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Wants to throw it. Throws to the wideout. He's open on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. And the offense just going to spike it here.
Spikes the ball to stop the clock. No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. To the air, it's Sellers. Looking for the end zone. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. And you're just trying to take a shot and see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
They'll try to move the chains on this third and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. He will take a knee, and the defense can stop the clock one more time, but this one is just about in the books. What a show both of these teams put on today. A couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of